Hello everyone, welcome back to Success Care 24. So today I have come up with the practice session and we have already solved some questions from the PDF, isn't it? So in our previous session, I think we have solved till question number 15. So we'll start from the question number 16 onward, okay? So let's get back to our questions. So question number 16 is here. So first question is, in an election, the winner was supported by 46% of all the voters in the list, and he got 410 votes, more than his only rival. 10% of the voters on the voters list did not cast their votes, and 60 voters cast their ballot papers blank. How many voters were on the list? So this question was asked in exam CPO in 2024. So very recent question. All right. So I think I have already solved such type of question, but fine. Okay, let us do again. So how will we approach this question? So let us take the total voters to be 100%. So if I consider my total voters to be 100%, it is given that 10% did not cast their vote. So how many have casted their vote? 90% will cast their vote and 10% that did not cast their vote. And again, 60 voters cast their ballot papers blank. That means if 60% leave their ballot papers blank, then the actual votes will be how much? 90% minus of 60, because 60% have leave their ballot papers blank. So actual votes will be 90% minus 60, and it is given that 46% of all the voters, it is given that winner got 46% of all the voters in the list. So winner got 46% of the vote. So if winner got 46% of vote, then the loser will get how much? So loser will get how much? 90% minus of 60 minus 46. So since out of 100, the valid votes are 90% minus 60, and the winner got 46%, then the loser will get this much of vote. So it will give you how much? So minus 60 and 4, and this is 4. So 44% minus 60. So this much vote is this much vote will be question number 16. 10% of the voters, yes, 46 is winner got 46%. So this much vote will be get by loser. Now in the question, what is given? According to the question, what is given? It is given that the winner got 410 votes more than his only rival. So winner got 410 votes more. So if winner got 410 votes more, that means according to the question, 46% is the votes got by winner, and 44% minus 60 vote got by loser, and this would give rise to 410 number of votes. So from here, if I do the required calculation, so this would be 2% minus plus 60 is equal to 400 of 10. Okay. So are you getting my points? First, we have taken that total votes to be 100%, 10% did not cast their vote, 90% would cast their vote, and upon that 60 ballot papers were blank. So actual votes would be 90% minus 60, and winner got 46% of vote. That means loser will get this much of vote. So now it is given that winner won by how many votes? 410 votes, because he got 410 votes more than the loser. So I will get an equation. So equation will be like this. So 46% minus winner percentage minus loser percentage would give you this much. So 2% plus 60 is now 410. So if I do the remaining calculation, so 2% is equal to how much? 410 minus of 60. So it would give you 350. Okay, so 2% is 350, then 1% is how much? 350 by 2. So 175. Then you are asked to find total number of voters. So total number of voters is 100%. So 100% would get 175 into 100. So 17500. So is there any option? Yes. So option number 1 would be the correct answer. I have already done maybe such type of question. So this was the question asked in your CPO exam 2024. Okay, so this is how you approach this question. Okay, I think you got your question. Now let's move to the next question. Okay. Question number 17. In a class, the number of boys and girls are in the ratio 3:5. So you are given the number of boys and girls ratio. What is the percentage of boys in the class? This is the very easy. This is the one line question, because boys and girls ratio is 3:5. That means total student would be 3 plus 5, 8. You can put x, or you can do without putting x also. Okay, so total student would be 8. So what percentage of the boys in the class? So upon 8, because total student is now 8, so upon 8, how many are boys? Boys are your 3. So percentage of boys is multiply by 100%. This is very easy question. So 3 by 8 is your 37.5% if you calculate, because you know 1 by 8 is equal to 12.5%. I have already told that percentage to fraction conversion table is very much important if you do percentage question. Not only percentage question, this table is helpful for every kind of question, okay, where percentage are involved. So you please memorize this table, that what would be the percentage and what would be the corresponding fractional value of it. Like 1 by 8 is your 12.5%. So if you remember this, so your calculation will become easier. So if 1 by 8 is 12.5, then 3 by 8 will be 37.5%. Okay, you memorize the table. This is your homework. Okay, fraction to percentage conversion table, very important. Okay, now let's move to question number 18. So it is given that the strength of a school increases and decreases by 15% every other year. If the increase started in 2012, what was the strength of the school at the beginning of 2015 as compared to 2012? So it is given that the strength of the school increases and decreases. So every year, in the first year it will increase and the next year it will decrease. The meaning of this sentence is, first year at first it will increase by 15% and the next it will decrease by 15%. Okay, so if the increase started in 2012, so 2012, the increase started in 2012, what was the strength of the school at the beginning of 2015? So increase in 2012, so increase in 2000, increased value in 2012 would be how much? Okay. Increased value in 2000, let us consider total percentage, total strength to be 100. Let total strength be 100%. Then in 2012, 15% increase. So 15% means upon 100, 15 increase, so 115. Okay, so if I consider my total strength to be 100, then in 2012 it would be how much? 115, because 15% is increased. 15% means upon 100 the value is 15 value is increased. So upon 100, if 15 gets increased, then the increased value would be in 2012 15. So 115. Now in 2013 the value gets decreased. Now the value would get decreased upon what? Upon 115, because after 2012, in 2013 my new value is 115. So upon 115, 15% gets decreased. So 15% of 115 would give rise to how much? If you do the calculation, 115 and 15, 17. So this is your 17.25. Okay, so decreases by 17.25. In 2013 the decreasing value is 17.25. so decreased value, you write it here, decreased value is 115 minus of 17.25. 17.25. So how much would I get? Okay, so 97, isn't it? Is it okay? So 97.75 is the value in 2013. Now again in 2014, again in 2014 the value would increase, because at first it increased, then in the next year it get decreased, and again in 2014 it would get increased. So increased by again how much? 15%. So 15% of 97.75 would give you how much? Again do that. So if you do the required calculation, I think you would get 97.7, multiply it by 15. So 146125. So there are, oh, did I do some? Yes, fine. So I think 14.66. If I take up to 2 decimal value, so 14.66. 14.66. Do the calculation by yourself. So in 2014, the increased value is 14.66. Then the new value would be how much? New value would be 97.75 plus 14.66. If you do the calculation, 112.41. Say, so after 2014 the value would be 112.41, and you are given that at the beginning of 2015. So you need the value at the beginning of 2015, that means at the end of 2014, isn't it? Are you getting my point? So don't get confused, because here you are asked to find the strength at the beginning of 2015. So you have not crossed the whole year, you have not crossed the whole 2015 year. It is at the beginning, that means after 2014. So after 2014 your value is 112.41. That means you have considered your total strength to be 100. So upon 100, now the final value is increased by 12.41, isn't it? Because your initial value was 100 on 2012, and in 2012, and in 2014, that means at the last of 2014 and in the beginning of 2015. So it is 112.41. So how much increase? Upon 100, 12.41 increase. So that is nothing, this is nothing but the increasing value. So increased value is 12.41%. So upon 100, this must increase. So increased value is 12.41. Okay. So this is how you do. So there is nothing much, you just need to find what would be the A is what percent of B, that much is need to be calculated. Okay, so at first I have calculated what was the value in 2012, then in 2013, then in 2014, that means at the end of 2014 and at the beginning of 2015. So value was this, so that means this much percent is increase. I think you understood. Okay, let's move to the next question. So what was given in the question? Read it loud. So on account of coronavirus, 5% of the population of a village died. Okay, one out of the remaining population, 20% fled due to panic. If the present population is this, what was the population of the village before coronavirus? Okay, same question, same election, population, these are same type of question. Okay, so how will we do? So let us consider total population. Let total population be 100. No, so let population be 100. So out of this 5% died. So out of 100, 5% died. So how many is the remaining? So remaining population is 95, of course, because upon 100, 5 has died. So remaining population is 95. Now out of the remaining, so upon 95, 20% fled. So how much fled? Person, number of person that fled. So 20% of 95. 20% of 95 is how much? 19. So 19. Okay. So 19 people have fled. So that means the remaining person now is How many is the remaining person? 95 minus of 19. So it would be 6 and 76. Okay, 76. Are you getting till now? Let us discuss from the first. Let us consider the total population to be 100. So upon 100, 5% died. So remaining population is 95. Then upon that remaining population, again 20% fled. So how many people fled? 19 people fled. So that means remaining population is now 76. And according to the question, it is not the actual value, it is the lead value. We have taken it, but actual value is how much? 4655. That means according to the question, that 76 must be equal to actual number of population is 4655. So if 76 is this, okay, then 1 is how much? 4655 divided by 76. Okay, if I rub this, let us do the calculation above. So according to the question, 76 is equal to actual value is 4655. Then 1 is 4655 divided by 76. Okay, then I think you have written till here. So let's rub this. So you need to find the actual population. The actual population you have taken as 100. So 100 value would give 4655 into 100 divided by 76. You do the calculation. Okay. So let us do the calculation. If I cut it with 2, 38, 50, 2 re 19, 19 and 25. So 19, 2s are 38, 38. Again your 85, 85 is 19,4. No, 19,4. 19,4 is a 76. So 6. So 85 and 76 would give you 9. Okay, 9. So 95 is 245. If you cut the values, if you do the required calculation, so 245 into 25. So if I do this, so do the calculation. 245 into 25. Uh, 6125. Is there option any? Yes. Option number 2 would be the correct answer. Okay. So population of the village before the coronavirus was this. We have already solved many questions, many such questions. This was also asked in the CPO exam. Okay. It is very important question because this type of question is asked in many exams. Okay. This is one of the important type. So I have considered my total population to be 100. So out of 100, 5% have died. So 5% is died. So remaining person is 95. And upon 95, 20% is fled. So the remain 20% means upon 95, 20% is 19%. So 19% has fled. Then the remaining population would be 95 minus of 19, and it would give you 76. So according to the question, the actual population is now 4655. So that means 76 must be equal to 4655. So actual value, so we have considered the total population to be 100. So 100 value will give rise to this. Okay. So I think you understood. Let's move to the next question. So question number 20. So 57% of Ranita's weekly income is equal to 76% of Bhaskara's weekly income. Okay, fine. If Ranita's weekly income was reduced by rupees 400 while Bhaskara's weekly income did not change, the ratio of the weekly incomes of Ranita and Bhaskar respectively would have been this. So what was the Bhaskar's weekly income? So you see in this question, the proportion concept is also used, isn't it? The ratio and proportion concept is also used. Though it is a percentage question, but actually here your ratio and proportion concept is also used. So how will you do it? So you are given that 57 of Ranita's income, you can write it like this. So 57% of Ranita will be equal to 76% of Bhaskar. So 57% of Ranita is equal to 76% of Bhaskar. That means Ranita by Bhaskar is 76 by 57. So 76 by 57. So if I cancel it out, I think it would be 4 by 3. So I get the ratio of Ranita's income and Bhaskar's income. So Ranita's income and Bhaskar's income. Ranita's incomes and Bhaskar's incomes are in the ratio 4:3. Now, next what is given? Ranita's weekly income was reduced by 400. So Ranita's income was R, because we have taken the Ranita's income to be R and Bhaskar's income to be B. So that is why 57% of R Ranita's income and 76% of Bhaskar's income. So Ranita's income by Bhaskar's income is 4 by 3. Now Ranita's income is R and 400 gets reduced on Ranita's income. Okay. While Bhaskar's weekly income did not change. So Bhaskar's weekly income remains this. And the ratio of this now becomes 6 by 5. Okay. So this the equation you will get. Okay, again I am repeating 57%. So if I consider Ranita's income to be R and Bhaskar's income to be B, then 57% of R is equal to 76% of B. It is given. So from here I have got the ratio of Ranita's income and Bhaskar's income as 4 by 3. Now next step, it is given that Ranita's income is reduced by 400 and Bhaskar's income did not change, and the ratio is now 6:5. So from here you will get 5 into R minus 400 is equal to 6B. So 5R minus of 2000. Baki to calculation, you do the calculation. Okay. So from here what can I do? Now I know R by B is equal to 4 by 3. So R by B is 4 by 3. Then I can write it as R equal to 4 by 3B. So R equal to 4 by 3B. So if I put this value here, 5 into 4 by 3B minus of 2000 is equal to 6B. Okay. I think till now you are getting what is asked to do. So if I proceed towards the next steps. So 5 by 4 is 20 by 3B minus 2000 is equal to your 6B. So adjust the equation, keep B along this side and keep the numerical value the other side of the equation. Okay. So from here if you do the required calculation, to 20B minus of 18B is equal to rupees 2000. So 2B 2000 into 3 will be here. So 2B is equal to 6000. So B is equal to 3000. So what was Bhaskar's weekly income? Yes, Bhaskar's weekly income was B. So now I get my B value as rupees 3000. So answer is this. Okay. So this is the mere calculation. This is nothing conceptual here. Concept we have already discussed in the first place. Now this is the remaining calculation. I need to find the value of Bhaskar's income. So 20 by 3B minus of 2000 is this. So from here I have taken B along this side and a numerical value on the other side of the equation, and after that if I do the required calculation I get my B value as 3000, and option number 1 is 3000. So option number 1 would be the correct answer. Okay, so I think you are getting all the 5 questions correctly. So let's stop here. We will again continue from question number 21 in our next session. So I think you have understood all the 5 questions I have discussed, and it is very much important because these are previously asked questions. So it is very important to solve previously asked question. You get to know what is the type and what were the questions that are asking in the examination, isn't it? So till we will solve from question number 21 in our next session, and those who did not attend the previous lectures, please go check once, and we will continue till question number 200, because in this PDF we have 200 number of questions and we will solve all these questions. Okay, so these are the practice questions and these are the type that is asked in most of the exams, isn't it? So till now, keep practicing and keep updated and stay tuned. Okay, so that's all for that. Thank you.